Hello students, today we will read about how is earth kept warm and what are the different types of methods of waste disposal and what is the reason of ozone depletion. As we already know that sun is the ultimate source of energy. As we already know that when the large quantity of solar energy falls on the earth, it is filtered out or scattered by clouds, of solar energy reaches the surface of the earth, and 52% of solar energy is filtered out or scattered by constituents. Only about 48% of solar energy actually reaches the surface of the earth, and only 1% of it is absorbed by only 1% of solar energy. Most of the remaining energy is used up in forming the earth's surface. Most of the remaining energy is used up in warming the surface of the earth as infrared radiation. A part is reflected back into atmosphere from the surface of land, and most of the remaining radiations are absorbed by greenhouse gases. The heat absorbed by surface of earth during the daytime is emitted back into the atmosphere. It is due to greenhouse influx infrared annual temperature of the earth is part of the infrared radiations passes out of the atmosphere, and the remaining infrared radiations are absorbed by greenhouse gases and re-emitted in all the directions including back to earth. It is called greenhouse flux. Due to these greenhouse gases, global warming can be seen on our earth. Now first of all we must know that what is global warming. Consequently, there is slow rise in atmospheric temperature due to the greenhouse gases. This is known as global warming. At present, concentration of greenhouse gases, for example, carbon dioxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbons, nitrogen oxide, are increasing in the atmosphere. Global warming has adverse effect on climate, food production, and results in rise in sea levels due to melting of glaciers, submerging number of low-lying areas and islands. How do our activities affect the environment? Now we will read about this. Since the evolution of modern man, humans have been making alterations in the area around their habitations by clearing forests, hunting of animals, felling of trees, and formation of grazing lands. Human interference in ecosystem has resulted in shortening of food chains, increased population of certain organisms, reduction in population of others, causing an ecological imbalance. Sahara Desert is believed to have been formed by destruction of large carnivores by the Romans. The hunting of wild animals and cutting of forest trees result in deforestation and desertification. Deforestation is a major cause of soil erosion, floods, and global warming. Deserts once formed continue to expand due to spread of sand by wind. Human activities are also causing pollution. 4 of them are as follows. First one is the air pollution, second water pollution, third one is solid waste, and the fourth is the soil pollution. Now, in brief, we will see about air pollution, water pollution, solid waste, and soil pollution. First of all, air pollution, smoke from industries, emissions from vehicles, combustion of fossil fuels in homes, etc., and factories and thermal plants are adding particulate and gaseous pollutants in air. Second is water pollution. It is caused by industrial effluents, domestic sewage, runoff from agriculture fields, and oil spills. Third one is solid waste. They come from homes, offices, commercial complexes, sewage treatment plants, hospitals, industries, etc. And the last one is soil pollution. Pesticides, fertilizers, and liquid discharges from industries are major source of soil pollution. Two of our major problems are depletion of ozone layer and waste disposal. As I told you, two of our major problems are depletion of ozone layer and waste disposal. Now we will discuss about it. First of all, we will talk about depletion of ozone layer. Ozone is a form of oxygen. A molecule of ozone contains 3 oxygen atoms. In the stratosphere, ozone is being photodesiccated and generated by the absorption of harmful short wavelength ultraviolet radiations coming from the sun. Here in this slide you can see ozone is broken down into oxygen molecule, that is O2, and nascent oxygen, that is oxygen atom. And it is due to the ultraviolet radiations from the sun. The two reactions, photodissociation of O3 and its generation, are in equilibrium, thereby maintaining steady concentration of ozone in the stratosphere some 18 to 50 kilometers above sea level. The thinning of ozone layer is commonly called ozone depletion. Ozone is being depleted by air pollutants. Chlorofluorocarbons are air pollutants that are mainly responsible for the depletion of ozone layer in the stratosphere. Besides methane and oxides of nitrogen, they also cause destruction of ozone. Chlorofluorocarbons are synthetic harmful chemicals which are widely used in refrigerators and air conditioners as coolants, in fire extinguishers, aerosol sprays, and as propellants. Once released in the air, these harmful chemicals produce active chlorine in the presence of ultraviolet radiations. These radicals, though chain reaction, then destroy the ozone by converting it into oxygen. Due to this, the ozone layer in the upper atmosphere becomes thinner. Now we will read about effects of ozone depletion. The thinning of ozone layer allows more ultraviolet radiations to pass through it, which then strike the earth. These cause following harmful effects on man and animals. First one is ultraviolet radiations cause skin cancer. Second, these cause damage to eyes and also can cause increased incidence of cataract diseases in eyes. And the third one is these cause damage to immune system by lowering the body's resistance to disease. Okay class, this is all for today. In the next video, we will talk about waste management.